May babala ng isang grupo ng mga negosyante. Matindi ang magiging epekto ng 20% tariffs ni US President Trump sa export sector ng Pilipinas. Pero umaasa pa rin sila na mareremedyohan ito ng Marcos Jr. administration. Narito ang agenda report ni Sujin Kim.
Sa gitna ng umiinit na usapin sa kalakalan, nakatakdang magtungo sa Washington DC si Pangulong Ferdinand Marcos Jr. para sa kanyang unang bilateral meeting kay US President Donald Trump. Inaasahang tatalakayin doon ang kontrobersyal na desisyon ni Trump na patawan ng 20% tariffs ang mga produktong galing sa Pilipinas simula August. Sa harap nito, hindi nawawalan ng pag-asa ang pinakamalaking samahan ng mga negosyante sa bansa, ang Philippine Chamber of Commerce and Industry o PCCI.
You should not stop negotiations. The letter of Trump is very clear. He's always open to negotiations. Even if we don't relocate manufacturing, we can offer other things.
Kahit pa umano, nabigla ang PCCI sa anunsyo ni Trump.
So this news is really, we are taken aback and we are totally unprepared for this. If you remember, 2 months ago, an economic team led by no less than Secretary Go and Secretary Roque went to Washington, D.C. to negotiate for more favorable terms on this tariff. They came home bearing good news.
Ayon kay PCCI Vice President for Trade Brian Ang, talagang dagdag pa sanin ito dahil hihilahin nito pababa ang competitiveness ng bansa.
From the beginning, our local exporters have never had good business, especially exporting to the U.S. Gone are the days when our furniture from Cebu and the garments were all made in the Philippines. Today, all U.S. garment and furniture, if you can see, made in Honduras, made in Peru, made in even Bangladesh. So our competitiveness is at its lowest. So this kind of news will definitely not help and just aggravate the issue.
Well, actually, on face value, 17 to 20 is okay. No? We still retain. Unfortunately, may mga binabahan like Vietnam. Ginawa 20 din. Can you imagine that? So we become very competitive with that.
Sa datos ng PSA, ang US ang top export destination ng Pilipinas noong 2024 na umaabot sa $12.14 billion o 16.6% ng kabuuang export receipts ng bansa. Para sa mga business heads, masaklap ang mga pangyayari dahil habang pinatawan tayo ng mas mataas na buwis, may mga bansang nabigyan pa nga ng diskwento.
We were increased from 17 to 20% tariff, but there are other countries who received a reduction in tariff. Moldova, Sri Lanka, even Iraq received a 9% reduction. So it just shows we are not a favored partner.
Thailand yata 1%, Bangladesh yata 1%, tayo 3%. Tayo lang tatlong tinaasan. The rest binaba. And among others, binaba yung Thailand, binaba yung Vietnam to 20%. Tapos may mga ibinaba pang iba. Yung mga negotiation dyan, hindi naman about tariff, it's about geopolitics eh.
Dagdag pa ni Ang, sa ibang bansa, sinasalo ng gobyerno ang kanilang mga manufacture.
You compete with Vietnam, Cambodia, di ba?
Yes,
From
sir.
17 to 20. When Vietnam has been giving all their local manufacturers subsidy on fuel, electricity, income tax holiday. Philippines has not done that. We cannot afford to give all this subsidy. So to begin with, we are already so many steps behind. This tariff is just one component, and it doesn't help that from 17 we were increased to 20.
Kaya imbis na umasa sa hindi garantisadong US market, dapat umanong silipin ng bansa ang iba pang oportunidad.
We have offered them everything here. EDCAS, we're buying war equipment from them, even planning to put up, I'm sure it's about the request, ammunition, manufacturing, helicopters, we're buying from them, jet planes. So wala na tayo negotiation, and we cannot afford anymore to offer anything on the issue of tariffs sa kanila.
I would look at other countries, di ba? What if you sell to China, di ba? Yes, politically, we are not the best of friends, but commercially, there is so much opportunity there. So we can explore that.
Samantala, binara ni ang panawagan na ilipat sa Amerika ang mga pagawaan natin. Anya, hindi yun praktikal.
In the first place, how many manufacturers do you have? Diba? Manufacturing is not a growing sector in the Philippines. Number two, US is not cheap labor in the US. It's even harder to train American than to train our local workforce. If you relocate just for US market, you have to do your analysis. Is it worthwhile? You will be so much further naman from Asia. The logistic cost of relocating is also there.
Dagdag ni ang darating na ASEAN chairmanship ng Pilipinas sa susunod na taon ay magiging isang good opportunity para maidulog ang mga isyu kaugnay ng trade. Para sa agenda, Sujin Kim, Billionaire News Channel.